28 for 31. Who?
Hey,
you talking about Shador?
Yeah, Shador, man.
28 for 31, huh?
28 for 31, man. Hey, he had his first 17 passes were completion.
17 for 17.
Man, that's crazy.
And I watched them.
3 touchdowns.
I watched them, and they were accurate.
Yeah.
They were hella accurate.
Yeah.
How good is he?
How
good is Shador?
I think he said something. He said something his dad told me. He said, "Son, go out there and get whatever they give you. Take whatever they give you. He'll take whatever they give you." And he did exactly that.
Did.
I saw a difference between him last year and this year. Right now, y'all know we can always talk about the strength of the opponents or whatever. You know what I'm saying? The competition. We always talk about that. But there are some intangibles that you can just kind of see in somebody. And I think I personally think you can take that boy and put him in his system. He'll be a good quarterback.
Yeah.
Not any system, but a system that's worth something that's really quarterback strong. Yeah, I think because you can't.
I like
put him anywhere.
Shout out to JSU.
You better not.
Shout out JSU, man.
You better not.
What are you talking about? We talking about Coach Prime, man.
Nah, you better not.
Coach Prime on the sideline with a guard can't fail bracelet on,
I'm
man.
saying, man, let's go, man.
Come on, man.
Let's go, man.
You hating on him, Doug?
No, I'm not hating on him. No, I said you better not.
Oh, you hating on me?
I knew you was going.
I ain't going nowhere, man. I went to shout out to JSU, man. I'm an HBCU alum.
Yeah, I know.
Hey,
in case you don't know.
I know.
So I'm with him.
I
You
like.
better not. I knew you was going about the quarterback system. Don't say
I
that.
ain't saying nothing.
He
I'm talking about
he
Shador.
talking about you, not in the system.
Not in it. Not in it.
I really liked. I liked his accuracy. I liked his timing.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be real, I don't think his arm strength is there yet. I don't think he can throw like a frozen rope, like 25, 30 yards downfield and hit somebody on the end cut. Like I just don't see it yet.
Yeah.
It might be there, but again, he's a young quarterback.
Young quarterback.
Still young.
It might
Sophomore,
come.
right?
It might come year 3, and if it come year 3, I don't see nothing really stopping him. He's mobile. He can throw. Off his spot. Like he can move the pocket. He can throw off his spot. I think if he developed the arm strength, that pop, that ball just pop off his arm. I don't think he ever gonna have the pop like that, but I still think he's gonna be a very good NFL quarterback.
Now because I don't see a lot of NFL quarterbacks that have that pop that we talking about right now, and I think he understands systems and plays, and he's been groomed since he was really young by Coach Prime.
Absolutely.
To where he understands football and has a great football IQ. But what I love about Jackson State is the way they play defense. Like no, everybody watches the offense, but them boys playing defense and they running down on kickoffs.
Absolutely.
They not getting no field goals blocked. They doing whatever. They not muffing no punts. They doing everything they got to do on special teams.
Right.
And so if you got all 3 components, offense, defense, special teams, and then you include the coaching.
Right.
Tell you one person.
Prime, man.
Tell you one person that impressed me. Travis Hunter.
Oh, that boy quick.
That boy can cover.
That boy.
My
Yeah, they didn't throw the ball his way.
goodness, that boy
No,
can
they
cover.
didn't.
But they throwing their NIL this way.
Yeah, they got to.
Right.
They throwing their NIL this way.
Absolutely.
They better.
Yeah. And what I like about this is what I think is big about this, and we've said this about Coach Prime over and over again, but the exposure. Even these are live highlight tapes for somebody like Shador, which is something that you would we do huddle or different things. You got to watch highlights. This is like live seeing this ball on. You know what I'm saying? Live, and seeing the progression of it too. So, and this is on ESPN too. Come on, y'all know. Come on,
Never watched
Come
it.
on, we talking about the LSU Southern game, and this week coming, it's going to be on the SEC network because Southern is playing LSU. Now, regardless of the outcome, somebody on Southern team,
LSU.
Southern winning.
you see what I'm saying? Oh, that's the outcome.
Yeah, that's the outcome. Southern winning this week.
You see?
I'm calling it.
Yeah.
Hey, if they could do that, you know what that would do for HBCU football? What that would do for them? Like somebody, they'll be ready to watch them again next week.
Yeah, right.
It's because it's exposure.
Right.
It's TV deals.
Yeah.
Exposure, and can I get a view? I heard somebody say this the other day about just having the opportunity to be seen.
Can I get a player invited to the combine?
That's what I'm saying.
Or do they need to make their own combine?
Come on.
I'm just saying it's multiple ways.
Make your own combine.
It is. And like you said, I think now this is the first time I actually watched that whole game because I was excited and the product on the field was good.
Yes.
And then you talk about Shador, he's the perfect person to be in that position to be the quarterback. he's confident,
Yep.
he's composed, and he's cerebral.
Yep.
So if you have those, they can keep it going. I think the ceiling is high for Jackson State, not just for Jackson State, but I think Deion knows the bigger picture, like you said, for HBCUs and the exposure part. And I think even his son Shadur knows that.
Mm-hmm. You think, and I'm gonna bring some back up. You think he's gonna stay? You think Deion has a long-term plan to get them out of, not so much get them out of, but just like get them in another conference, like make them move them up to a different division of football? What do you think?
I think so, because at some point, if you keep getting all these D1 recruits, eventually, like the SWAC is going to be, they're going to run through the SWAC.
Right.
So you have to step up. And look, the exposure is great, but for them to get respect on the national level, I think eventually he will try to move up and play.
I think Coach Prime, Coach Sanders is going to actually be an NFL coach. I can see him. He has the pedigree. He knows the young players. He understands football. He understands systems and how those front offices work. I think Coach Sanders is the prototypical NFL head coach.
And people talk about they paid Travis Hunter, NIL. NIL and Jackson State, like Deion said, we don't have the money to pay any kid. But if you watch the pregame and you watch how Travis Hunter hugged Deion Sanders and cried, I mean, no type of NIL, no type of money can take the place of Deion Sanders coming in your household and sitting down and say, I want you. Because he can go into a top recruit right now, no one player in the country. He can have offers from everybody. It's all these big schools, the blue bloods, quote unquote. If he comes to your household, sits down on your couch, and offers you a scholarship, say, come play for me, you're going to think hard about it.
You really are.
You should.
And I didn't watch them on ESPN too, on Labor Day when nothing else was going on.
That's what I'm saying.
And they're gonna be on there a couple more times too.
Yeah.
HBCUs getting exposure.
Yep, exposure.
And I hope those dollars translate into the facilities, because Jackson State has a great facility.
Yeah.
But some of these other programs like TSU, they don't have great facilities right now. These FAMUs, they don't have these great facilities. So hopefully these dollars that are coming in from ESPN and some of these, they're not all going to NIL.
Right.
Some of them are going to the school to help the other kids who don't have the NIL.
That's what you think Prime, because I know how he is, like how selfish he is, unselfish he is, that this money they may get from these TV deals, that he's maybe splitting it with other schools and like in the SWAC or HBCU for facilities. Because remember, he went to Mississippi Valley State and visited and said, "This is terrible."
Yeah, yeah. I could see.
But he's not gonna say nothing. But
yeah, but I can see him doing that. And I can see, because even like we were talking about, remember he put the names on the jerseys for his team and the other team. Like I could see him doing that, because he is a. What I'm gonna say about Coach Prime is not just Coach Prime. He's not just there to be a coach. He's not just there for a coaching career, if y'all get what I'm saying. It's not as linear as that. There's a lot of people that have occupations. You know what I'm saying? Many called, chosen a few. You know the statement, right? It's like sometimes people are called and they become chosen for doing a bigger thing than what you can see sometimes. And I think you can be somebody that changes these programs and gives opportunities for a whole generation and a whole demographic of young man. You know what I'm saying? Not just at Jackson State.
Yeah.
But at other places that would change, stuff we've been growing up in and talking about for years,
All I'm going to say on the other side of this is a cautionary. We saying HBU exposure, right? Don't get exposed.
Don't.
Right?
Oh, come on, Dante. That's good.
Because, FAMU, the Jackson State's opponent, right, had 20 players suspended for their first game against North Carolina,
right,
in which they were in the game in the first half, which probably, if they had some more bodies, they probably could have been more competitive for a little longer.
Right.
Yeah.
Because of they weren't cleared academically by, their athletic offices. Now, come on. You the athletic office,
right?
The first sport of the fall is football.
So you're saying something, Dante. You're saying
so don't get exposed. Like
everybody got to step up.
If the sunshine coming, then make sure you're not a vampire.
Everything the light hit.
Like
everything dark come to light. Right.
Like, so make sure you got your ducks in a row, man.
Yeah, I saw Coach Prime talking the other day, and he was talking to somebody, and a small thing he said some of the stuff that he was trying to do, and I'll find a clip I'll send to y'all, but some stuff he's trying to do, it wasn't even other people fighting him, it was people on the inside. And maybe not inside of Jackson State, but inside of, and that statement you're saying right there may be some of the reasons. You know, we have issues with the good old boys, you know, the good old boys in the systems about NIL, all that stuff like that, right? But there's a whole nother set of a system like that in a quote unquote lower tier that don't want you to touch nothing going on because they gotta
get their hands on it.
It's another conversation.
They gotta go.
Yeah, they gotta go.